How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at the Suunto Core. This is the Suunto Core in brushed stainless, which is essentially the Suunto Element, but this watch is not made in Finland. I'm sorry, not the Element, the Essential. The Essential is made in Finland. This one is designed in Finland, made in China. So, whatever. To me, it's kind of a SKX 007K versus J. I've never noticed a real difference. Anyway, I'm a big fan of ABC watches. I actually do storm spotting, so I like having barometric pressure. I don't really use an altimeter much on a watch, but I do like having, like this watch has a weather alert. If the barometric pressure drops out, if we're out hiking or anything, generally you kind of know it's coming, but this has an alarm to let you know. This thing is fairly large. Like right here, it's 49.1 by 49.1. So I got this round watch thing going lately between Seiko Tunas and the Citizen Ecozilla and this, but at 13-ish millimeters thick, it wears really comfortably, really well, and part of that is these articulating lugs, which I think is super, super cool. You can get multiple straps for this watch, as long as they're 24 millimeters. Some people don't like that they're that wide. Some people don't like the negative display. I do not have a problem reading it at all. And I have a slight astigmatism. Like, both of my eyes are negative 0.75. I'm very slight. But I don't find it hard to read. People talk about hard to read in low light. You can hit the light button. It lights up the entire screen. I think it's very easy to read. I know some people don't. You can access, well, that was the one feature I was going to get to. If you look up here, that little lock, if you hold the light button, the lock's gone. It locks the other buttons so nothing else can be pressed. I'll show you what does still work with that. So, barometric pressure, 30.11 right now. Still gives me the time, so everything's flat. The compass is extremely accurate. And when I say extremely, like maybe off 5 degrees. So if I'm out in the woods somewhere, 5 degrees isn't going to make that much of a difference. It's not like I'm hiking for 4, 5, 6 miles. And even if I was, 5 degrees isn't going to put you off that much if it's a get out situation because you've gotten yourself lost. Back to the time, one thing I did find interesting is I tried to put the date back. This right now it's in like European or military format. And I tried to put it in regular format where it would be Monday, but then it would read the 3rd month and the 4th day over here. So I was kind of confusing the date, so I put it back in like the European format, and I think it's easier for me personally, just because today's Monday, it's the 4th of the 3rd month. For me, it makes sense, and it's just easy to deal with. If you look up here, you also have a seconds track. When you lock the screen, that goes away. And my barometric pressure is always showing. It'll show if it's climbing, falling, or if it's going straight across. Couple things. Well, first, from what I've read, Suunto's customer service is ridiculously fantastic. And I've actually sent them a few emails and talked to them a little bit. These guys are really good. This watch has a 30 meter water resistance. It's not 200. It's not a diver, but it will measure you snorkeling up to, 10 meters below the water. So I don't know exactly how or what standard they use, but I have heard of some of the plastic cores that have failed here and there. Once in a great while, I mean, you can get a G-Shock that'll fail. But anyway, back to what I was going to show. Now my lock's back. I'm sorry, my minute track does still, or my seconds track does still tick, but it's locked. So it doesn't matter. You can hit the mode button. You can hit any of this with your wrist, whatever, it doesn't matter. The thing that does work is my view button. So now it's giving me the seconds. If you want to physically see seconds instead of watching this track. This is set to UTC. Usually my second time zone is always UTC, unless for some reason someone I know or somewhere I am is in a completely different time zone and I like to keep track. It's just easier than doing the math because I'm lazy. Sunrise, sunset time. Now this is off, and from what I can tell, daylight savings time is going to hit I think next week. Let me look. Sorry, I'm checking my calendar. So, yeah. Next Sunday, I believe, is daylight savings time. This doesn't seem to... there's no daylight savings time setting. It's not atomic. You have to set everything manually. Quite frankly, I don't care. But the sunset and sunrise and sunset times, I don't know how they figure these out on a generality, but like I'm in Indiana, the northeast corner, so I can be in Michigan in about 35 minutes, and I can be in Ohio in like 20. So I'm in the corner. Right now, this is set to Chicago on Central Time. As far as sunrise, sunset, I think that you can kind of pick your city to get as... It's not that I think, I know you can. You can pick your city as far as what do you think is going to be closer. But I don't think there's any sway for like daylight savings time. That, I think, is a function that you probably just have to set on your own. Kick back through here. I'm not recording anything right now on my altimeter. Okay. Another thing I like about this is it's super comfortable. The strap is ridiculously soft, but as you can see, any little bit of lint, it grabs. It's a lint magnet, but it's super soft. Super comfortable. Now, things that I generally don't like about watches are watches that need battery changes. This one doesn't really bother me. I know the battery is going to last 12 to 18 months. And let's see if I can get it in the camera. Let me see. Right up here in the very, very top, you can see that battery indicator. So when the battery's getting low, that will come on. And the watch has enough juice that you can just put the new battery in it. As long as you do it quick, which most of us are going to. My understanding is it's not going to lose any time as far as having to reset everything. I like that it's user replaceable, and this slot actually takes an American nickel. And the batteries are, what are they, 2034s, I believe. So a very common battery. Most of your car's key fobs use the exact same battery. There's a seal in here that may or may not need to be replaced. Check it, just like everything else. I ordered the Suunto battery kits. I ordered 2 of those for the simple reason of I wanted the seal, the gasket, that goes in here, just so I can go to the hardware and get like a bunch of them at the hardware. I'm not going to keep paying them when you can buy like 10 of those batteries. So basically 10 years for this watch for, I don't know, $4 or something. And if I have a few of those the gaskets on hand, I don't care really. Couldn't care less. It'll be simple, easy fix. And you don't have to take it to a jewelry store or anything crazy. So user friendliness, I think it's great. This is what I would like to see with this watch, and I don't know if they could do it because I don't know about the internals. I would like to see them, if you could take out this and this, and I think 40, you could probably make it about a 45 millimeter watch, and basically have all the same information. But like I said, I don't know the internals of this watch, so I don't know how much screen's needed. I do know that, like your typical Casio, ProTrack, Pathfinder, whatever name you want to put those under, they're also big. All ABC watches are big. The Casios do have a better water resistance, as far as most of them are at least 100. They do make some that are 200 meter water resistance. But the caveat to that is my everyday wear is business casual. That's how I dress every day. I can wear this watch even on the rubber strap, which I have a black leather strap for it. And I actually have a copper version of this coming to the Essential. These are all closeouts. They don't make this watch anymore, which I think is a shame, because I prefer the metal. I'm sure the plastic cores are fine, but I prefer the metal. And what is this watch, like 111 or 12 grams, something like that. So it's not ridiculously heavy to me. But it would be neat if it was a little bit smaller. So if it'll focus, here we go. If it was a little bit smaller, that would be great. And also, if they didn't discontinue the watch, but it is what it is. As long as I have gaskets and batteries, I don't care. Your sensors on, depending on how you wear your watch, I'm left-handed, so this faces inside of my arm. I have got it wet. I haven't had any issues with it getting wet. But overall, I really like the watch. I'm a lot more impressed with it than I thought I was going to be. The fit and finish of this thing is awesome. It reminds me of almost like a flying saucer. Just everything fits so well together. Now, I'll be interested to see, because they did make a big deal out of the ones that were like the upmarket Essential. I'll be curious to see what the one that's handmade in Finland looks like, or how it differs in build quality, but I'm guessing it won't. I know there's Suunto haters out there. That's fine. Leave a comment if you want to. Probably won't respond to it, but you can leave a comment. But anyway, that's the Suunto Core in stainless steel. You can still find these. Original MSRP on these was, I think, $550. You can get these now in the $200 mark, $220, $230. A regular Core, I think, runs $120 to $135, maybe $140 for the black military version. So to me, for the extra little money, I wanted the stainless. And people also complain about like I said, the negative display. I like it. It's not hard for me to read. I can wear it with a business casual attire. So if you can pick up one of these and still find one, if you like an ABC watch, but you want something that you can wear every day, all the time, no matter what you're dressed like, this is a really good option. Anyway, Thanks for watching. I have another video coming up. It'll post either today or tomorrow. And I'm probably going to be slowing up on the watches a little bit. I have a couple knives I want to get into. And then, why I'm not going to be purchasing one particular company anymore. And I think that those of you that know anything about that know what I'm talking about. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.